big change is on the way for the Crystal restaurant scene. A popular Italian restaurant will be shutting its doors at the end of the month. But that doesn't mean it'll be gone for good. Restaurants come in all shapes and sizes. But you'd be hard-pressed to find an Italian restaurant
it's just our lasagna here that we're making right now.
that looks quite like this.
This one just had something nice and special about it that people really liked. They like coming here. They like that it didn't have a bathroom. I mean, it's so.
For the better part of 2 decades, a hungry group of loyal customers have made their way to Jim Stone's restaurant along 42nd Avenue in Crystal.
Food's good, the people are friendly. Can't ask for more.
For a taste of Italy that's never been so sweet.
People like this place. It feels like you can have a conversation with the people that are working here. You know, you make friends.
Stone has owned this Crystal restaurant since 2000, but he doesn't own the land on which it sits. And he says the person who does has other plans.
Don't know what they're going to be doing with this building. I mean, I guess, you know, but that's all it is.
Right now, the only certainty is that he'll have to close Sweet Taste of Italy at the end of November.
It's a sad thing. I got a lot of employees here that have been working forever.
Putting an end to a neighborhood restaurant people have come to love.
Kind of makes me sad. I mean, I live right in the neighborhood across the highway in Robbinsdale. I come here quite a bit.
The family still owns a Sweet Taste of Italy in Brooklyn Park, but Stone says the next chapter in the life of the Crystal restaurant could very well be sitting in the parking lot.
When we found out that this was becoming more of a reality of closing this location, we jumped on the food truck bandwagon.
Stone named the food truck Kenny's Meatball Wagon to pay homage to the man who gave him his first job when the restaurant was called La Gondola. He hopes it'll lead him down another successful road.
I've done brick and mortar now for 30 years. And so it's a new adventure for me, so I'm still young.
Meanwhile, officials from the city of Crystal say that Tumble Fresh Coin Laundry has inquired about constructing a building on the property. That proposal is still subject to review from Crystal city staff. A controversial plan to build an apartment building on Lower Twin Lake in Robbinsdale will move forward, but it will be smaller than first proposed. A developer wanted to put a 4-story building on Lake Drive with more than 160 units. That proposal sparked resident concerns, including that the area couldn't handle the traffic. The developer now plans to build a 3-story apartment building with 118 units that is allowed in zoning code. But once again, residents expressed concern about Lilac Drive.
What would the zone say? The driveway is 3 feet wider than the street. We're very concerned that someone is going to get killed or severely injured.
I think this is a good project. I think it's a beautiful building. I know that some of the people on the lake don't agree, but I think it's a nice addition to Robbinsdale, and it's unfortunate it's on a road, and I agree with Dan, we have to absolutely work to make sure that we can make this road as safe as possible.
Council members say the city will work on safety measures for Lilac Drive. In Crystal, the city is taking steps to redevelop its town center area. That area is near Bass Lake Road between West Broadway and County Road 81. In the past few weeks, Crystal city officials have met with 11 developers who are interested in building either affordable or market rate apartments. Learning doesn't always have to happen in a classroom. And when it comes to subjects like the environment, it's helpful to get outside. That's the idea behind a national program that made its way to the Eastman Nature Center.
We're gonna head up this trail, and as a group I want you to pick just one tree to take a close look at.
In Minnesota's great outdoors, we're surrounded by trees of all shapes and sizes.
It's a twisted shape to it. You can see in the bark growth. Yep.
But unless you're a naturalist who studies the environment, chances are you're not well versed in the world of forestry.
So we're gonna take a few minutes and sketch again.
That's where Project Learning Tree comes into play.
I want to bring more nature into my classroom.
Teacher Jamie Terry was one of a couple dozen teachers who attended this workshop Saturday at the Eastman Nature Center.
This learning experience is quite unique for me. It's my first time taking some seminars on bringing more nature into the classroom, and I'm really excited to try it out.
Use the senses.
Project Learning Tree is headed locally by the DNR. This workshop is one of several they do throughout the year aimed at educating teachers on how to incorporate the natural world into their lesson plans.
We want to get kids outside and to have students outside and comfortable and exploring and enjoying nature. Their teachers need to be outside and exploring and enjoying, learning from each other, collaborating.
It's right there. That's your tree.
In one case, some of the teachers wear blindfolds and use their sense of touch to familiarize themselves with a specific tree.
It leans that way. For a little bit at least, but it's really wobbly at the top.
Several minutes later, they take the blindfolds off to see if the tree matches what they imagined.
I really like this activity actually. I think it would be a little hard to do with younger grades, but older kids, this would be a really cool team building activity to do.
Ultimately, the hope is that activities like this can be used to teach basic academic subjects while also helping kids develop a love of nature.
Oh, I think they'll love it. They will absolutely love to come out and just look at trees.
A new Pilates studio just opened up in the New Hope Lifetime, and trainers decided Puppies could add a little something extra to the class.
Laughs, a lot of fun. Pilates can be serious sometimes, so it kind of brings in a fun element to it.
Pilates class was so popular that Lifetime added a wait list and a future class at the end of the month.
It's been quite a season for the Champlin Park football team, and it'll continue in the week ahead. The Rebels face Rosemount in the Class 6A quarterfinals. First quarter, and Rebels quarterback Jace Miller keeps the ball himself and runs it in 12 yards for a touchdown. The point after fails. It's 6-0 Champlin Park. Second quarter, and a 4th and 1 for Rosemount. The Rebels 24. Christian Grasky finds an open lane down the sideline. He's in for the touchdown. And following the point after, it's 7-6 Irish. Champlin Park, though, comes back on its next drive. Miller takes it again. He reaches the ball over the goal line for a TD, and the Rebels take a 13-7 lead into halftime. And they dominate play in the second half. On 4th and 6 from the Rosemount 18, a screen pass from Miller to Darius Givens, and he maneuvers his way into the end zone. That puts Champlin Park ahead 20-7. They win at 34-7. They'll play Lakeville North in the 6A semifinals Thursday at 7 at US Bank Stadium. The girls' hockey season is getting started. Champlin Park Coon Rapids is skating towards a strong season. It's so far so good for the Champlin Park Coon Rapids girls as they skate into a new season. Early practices and a series of scrimmages in Grand Rapids have gone well.
I think we did very well. We won 4 games in the last 2, and we played some good teams, so we competed well.
We played really well. We're connecting really good, and our passes are great. Everyone's looking for the right options and making good plays.
And we played really good hockey up there. So I think the makeup has kind of gone away. And now we're in our 3rd year of this being the CPCR program, and we really feel like we've only gotten kids now that have really kind of been in this program. So we're not really fighting the stigma of, hey, I'm Champlin Park, hey, I'm Coon Rapids.
The Bluebirds have 14 letter winners back from a team that won the West Division of the Northwest Suburban Conference last season. The conference won't be split into 2 divisions this year. They do have to replace some key players, including standout goalie Bailey Schuck, but there is some depth and young talent.
There's a lot of young players that are going to step up this year. The majority of our team is pretty young, so they're going to be good for us and do good things for us this year and following years.
We've got a nice group of young kids that we brought up that are sophomores this year. Molly Terabeza, Brooke Del Castillo, Jaden Herr, Abby Ness, and I think those kids will do a great job for us.
Though they did win 14 games last winter, CPCR went out in the first round of section play, losing to Rogers in OT. Playoff success has eluded them, and changing that's a top priority.
At least winning our first section game, we haven't done that very much in the past, and I think that's one goal that we should strive.
A challenging schedule should have Champlain Park Coon Rapids ready for postseason play. Jay Wilcox, CCX Sports. And they open the season Tuesday when they host Totino Grace at Coon Rapids Ice Center. Well, the Wayzata volleyball team qualified for its first state tournament since 2010. The Trojans faced first-time entrant Elk River in the Class 3A quarterfinals. It's back and forth early in set one. Olivia Johnson with the back set to Elizabeth Helmick for the attack. Wayzata leads at 10-9. They start to pull away as Lily Emlong's change of pace hit here will drop in. The Trojans go up 17-11. Katie Revere ends the first set with back-to-back ace serves as second seed Wayzata wins the first set 25-14 over the Elks. The second set is more competitive. Elk River's Kennedy Gleason gets the kill here to tie the score at 14-14 as the Elks play a stronger middle set. But the Trojans win it. Sophie Jesuits cuts it cross-court on set point as the Trojans take the set 25-23 to take command. They get the sweep, and they also swept North St. Paul in the semifinals and are facing Egan for the title. We'll have highlights Monday on our Sports Jam and CCX News shows, plus Wayzata football.